This
Let
is
me
what I
ask you
came
this
up
question,
with.
if you
Tucker
would.
Carlson falsehoods.
Okay.
And I can sit here and I can read them to you one
I
at a time.
appreciate it. All
And we
right.
can talk about what you have to say.
That's pretty good. Let me. Karen wrote this. Barbara Boxer saying politics is a noble profession. That may have been ironic. Paul McCurley. That's one way to put it. I don't think
I'm not taking
listen.
it
No,
anyway.
I know you're not. Who spent more on social media, Hillary or Trump?
I'm sure. And with Hillary Clinton stronger together, no one really knows what that meant. And you saw even in the Podesta
It would
leaks
be a
that people were
fantastic
saying
motto
that.
for a glue company, wouldn't it? Elmer's glue.
Could the
stronger
glue be
together.
president?
No, it's a bizarre. It's a
Well,
bizarre
yeah, but there was a great piece.
which I loved. But I mean, he could
Nukes are
destroy
no big
the
deal
world.
for you. I know you like to carry water for the liar in chief. I know you like to, but I don't think this is a joke. This is for humanity, and he is dangerous.
But what do you?
And we are back. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So I have a real quick video clip to show you guys. Tucker Carlson absolutely destroys one of the co-hosts of the Fox show, The Five. Juan Williams just laughs him off the stage. It's one of the funniest clips I've ever seen of Tucker Carlson. Now, I watched Tucker Carlson's show. I think he, most of the time, reports with common sense logic. He calls it how he sees it. He doesn't hold back. And unfortunately, a lot of people in the country today don't like that. The left hates the guy. They think he's probably one of the most evil people to walk the earth. And the right, you know, after what happened with the elections and Sidney Powell, he got a lot of flack from the right too. Now, I've said it plenty of times. I'm not this conservative Republican. I'm not a liberal Democrat progressive. I like to look at things through the lens of common sense and logic, and I feel like for the most part Tucker brings it. Now, I like watching Tucker because the way he laughs like that, he just breaks out laughing at the most random inappropriate times, and I think it's hysterical. I think this guy could have a career in comedy. So I'm going to show you guys a clip with him and Juan. It's with the Five, and it is so funny. And before I do that though, I'm just going to show you guys exactly what people like Brian Stelter from CNN. If you don't know who Brian Stelter is, he's a political commentator. He's got his own CNN show called Reliable Sources. It's probably the biggest purveyor of fake news in the world today. Brian Stelter doesn't really report on any news. He just basically goes on there and makes fun of other people like Tucker and Fox News. And when he is reporting on news, it's all horseshit. So anyway, I'm going to show you guys a quick clip of what Brian Stelter had to say about Tucker. After I do that, I'm going to show you the clip of Juan Williams getting nuked on the Five. So before I do that, guys, if you have not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Leave me a thumbs up if you like my videos. And my favorite thing about this community, this channel, doing these videos, I say it every time, is the comments. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. So let's see what little Bri Stelter from CNN has to say about Tucker. And I think this is generally the feeling on the left about Tucker Carlson. All right, are you ready for it? Here's my conclusion. Tucker Carlson is the new Donald Trump. And there you have it. Brian Stelter and the left and the Democrats are looking for a new bad guy. They're trying to make it Tucker. I don't think it's going to fly. Anyway, listen, that voice, that Brian Stelter voice, I'll never be able to hear Brian Stelter's real voice after watching Mark Dice do dozens and dozens and dozens of videos on Brian Stelter with his voice of Brian. If you haven't checked out Mark Dice doing the Brian Stelter impression, I highly recommend going to check it out on Mark Dice's YouTube channel. So, all right, let's jump into the video I'm talking about. So, The Five, it's it's a political commentary show on Fox where they have Greg Gutfeld, Dana Perino's on it, Jesse Waters, and Juan Williams is the Democrat of the bunch, the lefty of the bunch, I guess you would say, and he's the one that's always butting heads with the others. Sometimes they agree, very rarely. When I watch The Five quite a bit too. I'll check out all their little clips. Now, every time Juan opens his mouth, I just about completely disagree with everything he says. Like, I'm like, what? So when they're all talking, what they'll do is they'll all take turns talking. And you can tell, like, Greg Gutfield and Jesse Water, these guys, you can tell they just want to start screaming. I'm like, Juan, what the hell are you talking about? Are we watching the same thing? Are you living in the same reality we are? For example, when I was watching it a few days back, they were talking about former Vice President Joe Biden's first press conference. And if you've seen it, if you've seen clips of it, anybody that watched it knew that was an absolute disaster, an absolute embarrassment. It was really sad. It was really sad. However, when they were talking about it, you know, Dana Perino said, yeah, it was sad, blah, blah, blah. Jesse Waters, same thing. Great. When it comes to Juan Williams, oh, yeah, I thought it was good. I thought he looked strong. I thought it was a great way. Everybody's like, what are you talking about, Juan? Did you not see the same thing that we were watching? Like, it was so bizarre how Juan thought Biden showed strength and it was a great press conference. And it's almost like he's just saying those Democratic talking points, the left-wing talking points that everybody else says without really speaking what's going on. Tucker isn't the kind of guy that's going to sit back. And you know, and Greg and Jesse and those guys, that, you know, they'll push back on Juan quite a bit. You know, they'll give him some flack sometimes here and there. Tucker Carlson isn't the kind of guy. You can tell by watching him. He's not the kind of guy that's going to sit there and let somebody do that. He's just not. So this video clip is so funny. Tucker is on his new show, I think, and somehow he gets into the Talking with the Five. And let me just show you the clip. It's hysterical. Yeah, so as you can see there, that's Tucker on his new set, Tucker Carlson Today. It's from his new show. All right, so let's check this clip out. This is classic.
Seems like the Biden administration just spent a couple of $1 trillion the other day. Oh, that was just the beginning. Joe Biden plans to roll out another $3 trillion plan this week. It's for something called infrastructure. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg has an idea of how to pay for it by taxing drivers by the mile.
I think that shows a lot of promise. If we believe in that so-called user pays principle, the idea that part of how we pay for roads is you pay based on how much you drive. The gas tax used to be the obvious way to do it. It's not anymore. So a so-called vehicle miles traveled tax or mileage tax, whatever you want to call it, could be a way to do
it. Make poor people pay for it. Buttigieg now backtracking on those comments, saying, no, a tax on miles driven is not even under consideration. But Juan Williams, of course it is. He was just discussing it. What a liar. But it's the spirit behind it that I can't get past. It's like, okay, we're going to spend $3 trillion. No tax can cover that. You could take everyone's income in America, and it wouldn't cover that, as you well know. But even the idea that the poorest people in America, rural people, people who drive for a living, and not Goldman Sachs and not Amazon, the poor people are going to pay for it. What does that tell you about the loathsomeness of their worldview?
I would urge you to take a look at the gas tank next time you're filling up, Tucker, because all Americans pay tax on gasoline. So we pay tax the more we use the car or the truck and the more gas we put in it.
So pay more.
Tax
the overtaxed. Is that your point?
No. The reason that Pete Buttigieg, the transportation secretary, walked this back, and I didn't think he did so quite aggressively, is because the kind of alarm that you just raised is coming from the trucking industry. It's coming from people who live in rural areas who have to drive more to get into town, and that they don't want that fight. They think that that's not a fight that's beneficial to the Biden administration as they go forward with this. Look, if you're looking at new bridges, new highways, if you're looking at better broadband, bigger ports, everybody, the trucking industry, the car industry, workers, the Wall Street people all say the GDP is going up. They say this is going to be great for the economy. The problem comes from Republicans who say, oh, but how will we pay for it? You want to raise taxes on the rich. Okay, and we don't want it. We don't want to drive up deficits if we're not cutting taxes for the very rich. That's the only time they'll do that. But they say, oh no,
please
we
spin it.
don't
Okay,
want.
all right, got it, got it, got it. Let me. I gotta go to Dana here. Yeah, all right, Juan.
I'm going to
Thanks.
tell you something. The
No,
American
I
people
think
think
you haven't told me anything actually. Not one thing.
Is so
Not
big.
one thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I'll
Dana,
tell you a couple things.
Juan
The American people like this.
Yeah, I feel right. Got it. Dana, I want to ask you. So Juan just said they walked it back because of.
All right, listen, I played the whole clip to give it. I played the whole clip just to give you guys a context. Oh my God. I'm just going to play that very last part now. Just watch.
Republicans who say, oh, but how we pay for it? You want to raise taxes on the rich.
Okay,
and we don't want it. We don't want to drive up deficits if we're not cutting taxes for the very rich. That's the only time they'll do that. But they say, oh no, we don't want.
All right, got it. I gotta go to Dana here. All right, Juan.
I'm going to tell you something. The American people think
you haven't told me anything actually. Not one thing.
Is so
not
big.
one thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'll
Dana,
tell you a couple things.
Juan
The American people like this.
Yeah, I feel right. Got it. Dana, I want to ask you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot believe it. Just completely mocked. And listen, the stuff that Juan says, you know that the other guys on the show, the other men and women on the show want to do that to Juan, but they don't want to. They don't want to come across as rude. They all work together as the five. But, you know, they do their little show all the time together. Tucker isn't there all the time. He doesn't give a shit. Like I said, he doesn't hold back. He's not the kind of guy that's going to hold back when Juan's spewing all that nonsense. I just thought that was the absolute funniest clip I've ever seen of Tucker, and I've seen some funny clips. So you guys, let me know in the comments what you thought of that. I think he just completely embarrassed Juan right there. I think Juan was just kind of speechless, like, how is this guy talking to me like that? But you guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Leave me a thumbs up if you like the video. I just felt like that video clip was too good not to share. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I say it every time. The world's gone crazy. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time. Peace.